What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. And today I'm curious if the install that I want to do today is going to be, again, I talked about this in another video of a part that I got that I'm hoping will fit in the car. And today is the day we're gonna find out if it fits, because I did make some changes, because I did attempt to try and put this part in. And before I go any further, the part that I wanted to install on here is the Perrin front strut tower bar. I wanted to put that thing on. So with the MoJo intercooler, it left me like zero room to put that thing in. And the thing about it is, if I took that intercooler out, put it in there, I think I would have had troubles putting it back in there, because it's a nightmare trying to get that intercooler in there without damaging it too much. And I think that bar would have made it a little worse. So today we're about to make our second attempt. For y'all it's first, but for me it's my second attempt to try and put this thing in here now that I've changed the intercooler, to see if I have a little bit more success. So this will let you know if you have this, if you decide to get the Process West Verticooler, if you have a Perrin sway bar, or if you want to get one. We're gonna find out today if that thing is gonna fit in there now. So let me quit yapping, dude. Let's get on over here. Let's get to the car and let's see what. All right, fam. So this is what we're looking at, dog. So the way this thing is gonna sit is it's got the brackets that sits here, and then the bar is hopefully gonna go behind here without hitting anything back here or hitting the intercooler, causing me some unnecessary vibration noises that I don't want to hear. So I'm going to attempt to try and put this thing in here. So let's go to the bench real quick. And here we are. So this is it. The Perrin front sway bar. Our front strut tower bar. Let me get that right, because I still got the stock front sway bar. So the first thing I'm going to do is I think I'm going to try and I'm going to take the bar out. So in order to take the bar out, we had to take out these Allen head bolts. So we're going to take these out, and that's going to require a 4mm Allen socket. They give you a supplied Allen with the kit right here, but I don't want to use that. I want to use this. So this is what we're going to use. I'm going to take this thing out of here, and then I'm going to try and fish it behind the intercooler. And then I'm gonna see how it, basically how it's gonna look, or make sure that I'm not catching any wires or getting, it's a lot of stuff back behind there. So let me go ahead and take this thing off here. All right, so here we go. I'm gonna try and run this thing back behind here. So I'm going from the passenger side that way, and it's trying to see where I'm at. So let's run this thing past here. Look at, I'm already hitting something back here. Oh, you know what? Better yet, I'm going behind this way. So I'm going behind this little shock right here and going back that way. Oh, almost dropped the camera. All right, so let's see what we got here. All right, so let's go to the other side. And pull it the rest of the way through. Now, I have it there. So now I need to see what's in the way, if there's anything in the way. So let me get my hand back here. It doesn't appear that there's anything there. And then this thing should go up like right here, so it's not hitting anything. So now let's work on trying to let's get one of these things, get the feet of this thing installed. All right, so first thing we're gonna do here is we're gonna take off these two shock tower bolts right here. It's their, what is it? I think this is 12mm. Yep. 12 millimeter. So let's get these off of there. Not really on there that tight.
My name ringing bells on the internet. I am not finished yet. This is all part of the plan. We about to get digital rich, digital rich, digital, digital rich, digital rich, digital. We made it rich on the internet.
I think I may have tightened that other side up too much because I don't think we want it that tight yet, because we still might need to maneuver and move this thing around. All right, so here we go. So let's see if we can get this thing on here the way it needs to be here. And that's there and there. Let me go get the caps. So let's get this part of the bar in the cradle. Start a couple of these bolts so it won't move on me. Get this other one started here. All right, so there. Now we're on there to a degree. So now, let's see what we're looking like here. It doesn't look like it's touching it. But what I'm going to do here is I'm gonna do some adjusting. I'm gonna put y'all on a time lapse, and then I may have to, cause I may have to adjust the intercooler a little bit to pull it forward so that it's not touching it. But then I'll show y'all where we at.
Access granted.
Digital rich, digital rich, digital, digital rich, digital rich.
All right, y'all, so man, success, baby. So now, the torque setting for these bolts right here, it says what did the instructions say? Start out to 5 foot-pounds initially to get them all on there, and you end with 10 foot-pounds, which my torque wrench doesn't go no lower than 20, but I'm thinking I can get it to like 15, because these bolts, the strut tower bolts, those bolts are 14 foot-pounds, but 15, that shouldn't hurt them too bad, you know what I mean? So that's it. It ain't taking much. That's it. Which ain't much at all. You can pretty much hand tight them for that, you know what I mean? I'm warped there. I got this. This is the instruction, just like 3 sheets of paper. And I just ran it back like behind the intercooler, and just ran it back here just to see if it would get caught on anything or get hit. And it gives me no resistance whatsoever. I look back there with the mirror. There is a gap, so the strut bar is not touching the intercooler at all. So I got that. I'm able to use it, man. I am so stoked right now, dude. I am happy, because I thought, I was like, oh man, I spent the money on this thing, I ain't gonna be able to use it. Because the MoJo intercooler, it would have definitely been touching that thing, but I would have to take it out, put that in, and then try and put the intercooler back in. And to get it in there, you have to do so much, and this would just be in the way. So I didn't feel like wrestling with it. I always wanted this intercooler anyway, and I got it, and I was hoping that this would fit with it, and it does. Happy, man. Oh my goodness. But that's how you install it. Not hard at all. Very easy, and I did not have to remove the intercooler at all. I left it in there and ran it back behind there, dude. All right, so 2 things. The instructions talk about, if you look right here, it says your fuel line on the driver's side and it'd be touching, and that's why they include this, and they include some zip ties in there. So this is if this fuel line, if you have that fuel line and it's touching, then this is what you use to cover that up. But in my case, I don't have that issue. Oh man, let me get me some light over here. As y'all can see, I don't have that problem. It's not even close to it. It's not touching it at all. You see down there, I don't know if you can see in there good enough. But it's not touching at all. It's nowhere near, it's not even close. So I'm good there. But I do indeed have an issue with this stuff touching over here though. Because in the instructions, it also talks about this side. Now, the bar, oh Lordy. Let me put this right here. All right, so now the bar is where it's at. It's resting right on that, on this cable right here. So due to vibration from 10 to 10, because this is rough, from time to time this will be rubbing, and it could rub some of these wires and rupture them. So they give you options. Now either you can take this cable and move it somewhere else, or you can bend this bracket that it's attached to. So I don't know how I feel about bending this bracket, but what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to unclip this wiring loom from the bracket and see if I can put it down a little lower and zip tie it there, so I don't have to bend anything. The way then if anything happens, I can always put it right back to stock. So let me try that before I decide I'm going to bend anything. So there underneath here is a little clip. So let me squeeze that and see if I can get this thing to come up. There we go. All right, it's out of there. Okay, so what I did here, let me show you. I took both of those clips off of there, which exposes this right here. And what I'm probably gonna do here is I'm gonna zip tie this wire to that, this cable loom to this, and I'm gonna leave this just sitting on top of there like that. It's still sitting on the flat part, so it should be good. Put the zip tie on there, some of the ones they supplied, and I should be good to go. There we go. Clearance issue has been resolved. Let me see. There we go. Not too tight. Never want to go too tight on zip ties, especially on wires, because it will cut into them and it'll break the wire while it's inside the loom. Then you got electrical problems. But there we go. That problem is resolved. All right, so there. Only thing we got to do now is go take a test drive. So here we go. So first off, my initial thoughts is, you know, just pulling out of the neighborhood and everything, it does feel a little bit tighter up front. Where I would once had some lean or some little give, I don't have it anymore. Oh my goodness. Ooh, this is terrible. Oh man. I didn't realize that railroad track was, the road right there was so bad. So I'm gonna let this truck up ahead of me get up there in front of me a little bit. And let's see, what did he swerve out of the way of? Oh, okay. All right, here's a cool little turn that's coming up. So I'm gonna keep it in third. And let's see what happens. All right, so let's go. Oh, whoa, okay. That feels a whole lot better than the last time I did this. Oh yeah. I ain't saying it's like, it's just the little bitty things that you do to help stiffen up the front end is what makes the car feel really good. Because right now that felt, the last time I did that, before I put this on here, it was a bit looser to the point to where I wanted to hit the brakes a little bit to try and slow down because I felt like I was taking it a little too aggressively. So yeah, let's go back and let's try that thing again. So far, I am liking it. Now I could probably go to my other spot as well, but I'll probably do that on another day. Right now, it's all about just my first impressions of how the car feels. And right now, I'm liking it. It's definitely feeling better. I don't know how aggressive I want to try and get with it. I need to go to my other road, but that'll be for another day. I'll go and test that out. All right, here we go. All right, look at that. Hey. Oh yeah, that feels 10 times better. Yeah, okay, so that's a plus, man. I like it. It definitely feels a lot tighter. Oh yeah. Oh, another good mod, baby. The suspension is getting up there. So far it's a positive feel. I do definitely feel a difference in how the car feels during those turns. Definitely taking that turn a little more aggressively than I did before. So let's get back to the house and let's do it there. If I think it warrants another video, we'll see. Well, there you go, y'all. I guess that's gonna wrap up another successful install. Man, I was nervous about that because I was like, man, hopefully this thing works out, hopefully it fits, because the intercooler is the one tight spot about that thing. Because I've heard of people who has that sway bar and they upgraded their intercooler, and they had to hear every time the car would start in certain situations, they hear vibrations coming from it and had to put like some cushion or something on there. But that's just not like, that works, but I don't like that, you know what I mean? I want it to just fit and work. So anybody who has or thinking about getting a verticooler and using the Perrin front strut tower bar, it definitely fits, no problems at all. It was easy, didn't even have to take the intercooler out. So that is definitely a plus. Let's work. But I like it. It feels good. The front end, the front end of the car is much tighter feeling than it felt before, especially coming in and out of the driveway. It would flex a little bit. Now it seems like the tire comes off the ground a little bit as it goes in if I come in at an angle. So it's definitely added that much more rigidity to the car. It's not like nothing super major, but if, like I said, if you pay attention to your car, you know, ooh, that is a big difference. So, and it's one of those, whoa, that's a nice little difference in how the car feels. So that's just stuff that I'm trying to do to upgrade this, the handling of the car without lowering it just yet. Because like I told you, I'm still on the fence about that because my issue is my driveway, and I don't want to have issues coming in and out of the driveway and scraping. But we'll see. I kind of still want to do it. I want to get the optimal performance out of the car. So again, I will link that in the description so y'all can see where I got it from. So you guys can get you guys one if you wanted to. And hell, I guess that's it, man. So any comments you got or any questions you got, post it in the comments below. And make sure you like and subscribe. Hit that bell notification so you get notified whenever I put out a video. And until that next video, peace out.